Hi everyone. Today we are going to learn about wall, that is curtain wall. Till now we are learned basic wall and modification, material application, changing thickness, hatching pattern and everything. Today we are going to learn second type of the wall. There are three types of the wall: basic wall, curtain wall and stack wall. So we are going to learn curtain wall. So select blank template, none, and press OK. Select whatever the dimensions you are comfortable. Unit means you are comfortable with inches, then select imperial. If you are comfortable with mm, centimeter, then select metric. So I select imperial. Go for the imperial. Okay. If you select the wall, go to the architecture tab, go for the wall architecture. So if you click here, basic wall, curtain wall and stack wall. So we are going to learn today curtain wall. So I select the curtain wall. After curtain wall selection, okay, so first of all I draw basic wall. I create rectangle and draw one wall. So make sure you are in a floor plan level 1 exactly. I place some elevations over here, view, elevations. Select this, extend to the level, this level, and this level. Okay. After selections, I'm going to add one. Make this crop view off so you can show it, make it wide. Add another level. To make another level, go for architectures level. I select level. Add two levels over here, level 1 and level 2. Add 10 feet, 10 feet. So make it 10 feet. So 10 feet, 10 feet. There are the three levels: level 1, level 2, level 3. So you have basic things what we needed for the lecture. So यहाँ पे wall है, that is basic wall. Now today if you want to convert this into the curtain wall, so select these ones and make it as a curtain wall. So ये curtain wall में convert हो जाएगा. If you see it, means if I make it as a 3D and rotate these ones, this is your curtain wall. To see curtain wall, go with the consistent color. Okay, graphic display consistent color. So you may see curtain wall. Wall means what exactly? Curtain walls are the walls which you use outside of the mall, outside of the building, to close the info of the wall. And means it is like a wall per glass partition with number of Mullion support. And a glass partition से तो उसको Mullion का support रहता है, and it display as a wall material. So this is your wall, this is your glass panel. Now there are number of parameters comes. Means first of all there will be grids and Mullions. We make it edit type. I make it duplicate as a curtain wall 2 and OK. If you make it OK, there are the two: vertical grid and horizontal grid. Vertical grid means what? Now in the wall, if you want to make the vertical partition, there will be a vertical grid. In the wall, if you want to make the horizontal partition, then that will be the horizontal grid. To place the vertical grid, you have multiple options over here. That is fixed distance, fixed number, maximum spacing and minimum spacing. If you select a fixed distance, so vertical grid, if I would take it as a 3 feet and make it OK. So the grid will be at a distance of 3 feet, 3 feet, 3 feet. If I edit these ones and make it as a 5 feet and make it apply, so it will be at the distance of 5 feet. Same, if I make it as a fixed number and make it apply, the number maybe get vary from over here in the properties. So how much numbers you want as a vertical grid. If I say I want number only 4 and make it apply, so it will be 4. If I make it as a 6 and apply, that will be 6. Okay. Now if I make edit type again, there is a fixed number. If I take it as a maximum spacing, I put it as a maximum spacing as a 3 feet and make it apply. So there will be a maximum spacing of 3 feet. No line will be greater than, your grids will be greater than 3 feet. So this will be the options will be get blocked as a number because it is not we are selected as a number. then make it align center. Like आप यहाँ से 3 feet लेते हैं, 3 feet कंटिन्यू होता है. If it make it as a center, वो सेंटर में एक वर्टिकल लाइन क्रिएट करेगा, इधर से 3 feet डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने. So that is the thing, you make it as a beginning, end, whatever you want to be. So same thing for the minimum spacing. I will take it to the fixed number, and same thing for the horizontal grid also. I go with the fixed number, I press it OK. Okay, so I want vertical grid as a 5 and horizontal grid as a 4. Apply. Now first of all I change the height of this one. Actually I go with the level 2, so I select these ones. So I go with the elevations. So I take one elevation. Okay, crop view को मैं ऑफ करता हूँ यहाँ से. Apply. I select wall. So there is a curtain wall, that's why problem is get around. I select wall up to level 2. Apply. And then I select curtain wall, and curtain wall I select like wall. Okay, then again I go to the level 2. Apply. So if you go for the 3D, this is up to level 2. Now what I want, I select this one, I change it horizontal grid as a number 3 and make it apply. So there will be a horizontal grid 3 and vertical grid as a number of 5. So you may make the spacing how much you want to be in our horizontal grid and vertical grid. Now these are the glass panels that are getting segregated in these grids. Now if you want to edit the grids means you want this should be as an open space for the door, then this grid should not be there. Then I will select the grid, add and remove segment, and I just click on grid, which grids you don't want, so that grid will be get removed. If I again select the grid, add and remove segment, and if I again click on the grid, so the grid should be get added. So you may add and remove the grid segments as you need it to be, how much opening you want to for your glass panel. Now I select the grid. Then there will be next called as a Mullions. Now we apply horizontal grid, we apply vertical grid. Now there will be vertical mullion and horizontal mullion. Vertical mullions means this grid will be get supported by the some profile structure. Okay, so there will be a vertical mullion interior type. I go click, and there will be a rectangular mullion. I click, I just apply it. So there will be a vertical mullion, that is rectangular grid. Then a horizontal mullion, I select rectangle, apply. Okay. So this is your horizontal grid mullions. So these are the rectangle mullions which we apply, and the glass panel are get supported on this mullion. If you see like this one. Okay. Now I want to change it. I want to give it as a border also. I select this. Okay. Now we'll go for the borders. So edit type में जाता हूँ मैं, and again apply the borders. So borders mean these borders are open. They are not with the mullion, so I can use. So border have the number of different kind of structure, that L type, trapezoidal, V corner, whatever you want to be. So I want to have a rectangular mullion. Again may I take it as a rectangular mullion. So vertical grid I take it as a rectangular mullion, and I take it as a rectangular mullion. I make it apply and press OK. So these are the mullions which are selected in this one. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so mullions are applied. So this is your curtain wall which is created as a with a grids and mullions. Now if you have this one, actually, so again I select second wall, I go for the again curtain wall 1 and make it edit type and make it duplicate curtain wall 3. Now there are the parameters we reach as a horizontal grid, vertical mullion, horizontal mullion. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to apply it as a manually. If you want to apply it manually, just go to the architecture, there will be a curtain grid and curtain mullion. So curtain grid, if I selected curtain grid, I rotate these ones, and I can place the grids at whatever the distance I want. I may vary the distance according to what I need to be. Means if I select and I want it to be as a 4 feet, I select as a 4 feet. I want it to have a 3 feet 6, 3 feet 6. I want to have as a 3 feet, again 3 feet, like that one. Means 3 feet 6. Again I want this should be as a 3 feet. I select, I press tab. Okay, so I go here. ग्रिड में सिलेक्शन में प्रॉब्लम होता है तो यू मे प्रेस टैब में जाके आप ग्रिड सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं एंड मेक इट एज अ 3 फीट. So this is your grid. Again, if you want to apply the mullions, again आपको grid को modify करना है तो you can add and remove segment and delete the segments. Again, if you want to apply the mullions, I can click the mullion grid lines. So there will be a grid. So which kind of mullion? We already see trapezoidal, V mullion, circular mullions, whatever the things we want to be. If I want to have a circular mullions, I select circular, and if I click, that will be circular. If I want a border like that. If I select segment, so individual segment will be get applied, and if I select all grid lines, and if I click on this one, so all grid lines will be applied as a mullion. So this is your circular mullion which we apply. If you see the one thing, actually it will not be get as joined as if you go for the rectangular mullions. If you see the rectangular, it's get perfectly joined. So if you go for this one, so that's why I always select, like if I go for this one, actually means if I again go for the mullions grid lines, if I select as a rectangular mullions and I to click these ones, if I delete, let's say I delete these ones, I tab. Okay, if I delete these ones, okay, and if I want to use rectangular mullion, so I will go for the mullion grid rectangular mullion. If I select, so if you see these ones, it will be get attached. Okay, if you have the rectangular, so apply the mullions which are the best for your drawing and attachment. So if I select again this one's mullion, I go for the circular. If I use circular and click, so that will be a circular mullions. Is that clear? Okay, so we see if you want to have the grids and all that, grids and mullions, we can change it from here, we can change it from the properties also, and if you want to apply by manually, then you may go for architectures and go grid and mullions. Now there is another parameter which is important. You may change the angles of these grid lines and mullions. Like if you go over here, we can set the angle. It's if I want to have a 45 degree and 45 degree both, and make it apply. So mullions will be applied as a 45 degree angle. You may vary the distance. The horizontal grid, I want to have a 5 apply, so that will be the 5. So you may change the angle and change the requirement what we have. Means आपको जैसे डिजाइन है आपका mullions का और curtains का, according to that you may apply the grid lines to your wall. Okay, so this is your 3. Make it this ones. Now there is another part actually over here. Means I want a curtain wall to be get inside of the walls. Means if I think, like if I take the floor plan, I select as a wall again and make it as a select as a curtain wall 1, and if I draw on these ones, what it shows, it shows the highlighted walls overlap means once at one place we have created a 2 walls, so it shows an error. Okay, but what I want this wall should be inside of this wall. This wall should be as the inside part of your main original wall. So I make it edit type and make it duplicate as a curtain wall 4, and I make it as a embed. What I make it as a embed. So this automatically embed wall will automatically embed inside your wall. If I press OK, it will be get embed. So just now I will delete this one because it is already placed in over there. Okay, delete these ones. I go for the level 1. I select a wall. I select as a curtain wall 4. Editor, check out the properties whether it is automatically embed or not. If I select and if I draw this line over here, so look at here, it is automatically embed. You may change the parameter of the wall of changing height, width, whatever you want. Now it don't shows your dialog box a warning that it is overlap. Now you may change whatever you want to be. Means if you want to have a grids, okay, like if I want to show as a sliding window, so I place as a vertical grid with a fixed number, and I press it as OK. I give it the fixed number as a 3 and apply. I select as a architecture mullions, all grid mullions, and I press it as a rectangular mullion. I click all this, so you may show it as a window also. Okay, so it like is a French window type में दिखाना है, so hardly there will be a gap of 6 feet at the bottom. में देखो tab दबाना, हमेशा वॉल सिलेक्ट करते समय अगर प्रॉब्लम होता है तो। ओके, सो यहाँ पे मैं क्लिक करता हूँ वॉल। ओके, देन अगेन यहाँ पे क्लिक करके हम लोग डाउन साइड पे लेके यू मे शो इट एज अ your sliding window. Now there is another one trick over here. If I go over the wall, this is my wall actually. I draw again wall over here with the arc. I select this and this. Again go for the wall. I draw wall 1. I select as a circular arc wall. I select this and I draw arc. I go for the modify, split. I split this wall. I make it as a trim, trim. So this is your wall. Now what you want to have, I want to convert this into your curtain wall. So up to level 2 it is connected. I place it as a level 2. I want to make it as a curtain wall. So what I will do, I select this and want to make it as a curtain wall. So if I select as a curtain wall 1, it automatically converted to curtain, but it is not as a round shape. If you select, it shows as a round, but it is not as a display as a round. It is a planar because this is your glass, and the glass will be always as a straight line. So how you want to display? So go for the architecture. Yeah, otherwise go for the edit type. Go for the vertical grid with a fixed number, a fixed distance, fixed number. Apply. OK. So it will be get automatically converted to your arc. As the number you increase, it will be show maximum as a circular. Okay, and there will be only one. If I select as a 1, only 1 will be there. Okay, so vertical grid decides how much display you want to give as a circular grid. Okay, you may give the horizontal grid also. Edit type. I make it the fixed number for the horizontal grid. Apply. OK. And you may change the horizontal grid as a 3 number, 4 number, 5 number. Apply. So that grids will be get apply. So this is how your grids, and you may apply the Mullions to this. Again, architecture, Mullion, all grid lines. I select all grid lines, so it will be shown as a Mullion. Okay, clear? So this is all about your curtain wall. What we learned today actually, having wall, convert it to the curtain wall, make it duplicate. Then if you convert it to the duplicate wall, then how to apply the horizontal grid, vertical grid, Mullions and everything. Okay, now last module, last tricks I want to share with you. Okay, so if I want to show the door over here, so similarly if I want to remove this, I select tab. Okay, edit segment, I remove these segments. Okay, now this panel I want to convert into as a door panel. Okay, so what we'll do, I will go with the insert. I'll go load family. Okay, so if you go into libraries, there will be two types of select as a curtain wall double glass. So you have to select as a curtain wall. I will load it all three. I make it open. Okay, now I go for your panel selection. So panel select करते इसमें नहीं हो रहा है तो क्या करना, आपको टैब दबाना है. देखो टैब select हो गया. Now select which panel you want to apply. So I want to have a double glass. So that will be displayed as your double glass. Okay, make it in a proper dimension, so it will be get displayed in a proper manner. Actually, it has a come little lower height. That's why it will become as this one. You may change the height actually. So यहाँ पे भी मैं टैब करके समझ लो मैं ग्रिड सिलेक्ट करता हूँ. टैब कर्टन वॉल ग्रिड एड एंड रिमूव सेगमेंट क्लिक किया मैंने, रिमूव सेगमेंट. सो योर डोर विल बी डिस्प्ले. समझ लो इसका हाइट थोड़ा कम देना है मुझे. अगेन आई कैन डू दैट वन. I will go the architecture curtain grid, one segment डालना है. तो यहाँ पे मैं क्या करता हूँ, horizontal में one segment add कर देता हूँ. So that will be get added. So you may change the height whatever you want to be. Okay, so मतलब vertical support चाहिए यहाँ पे ऐसा, तो भी you may add that one. So this is all about your curtain wall. So easiest way to get understand your curtain wall. Okay, if you have any doubt, you may mention in comments. We will try to reply your doubts. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.